Hey there! Here's some funny stories from my school. I am still in school, but these are some pretty good ones I've had over the years. Firstly, I used to have a friend who I'll call Putin. He's not actually Russian, he's Lithuanian. And let's just say he didn't like my kind. Like, he came up with this really annoying system where you get 3 warnings before you get kicked out of the friend group. And just saying, based off of personal experiences, the warnings may have been racially motivated. I was like the only person to ever get warnings despite anything else anyone did. And whenever someone else did get a warning, it was another person who wasn't white. One time, my friends made a fake grave with a stick in it for one of my friends who hadn't been in for a while. And I stepped on it as a joke because obviously he was going to come in soon, and he did. But Putin gave me a warning. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm so sorry. Don't kill me, please. Another time, my friend and I had dropped Gabriel's lunchbox, yes, Gabriel from Gab Gaming 404, to get a gummy bear. And kind of deservingly, he got quite mad. Lil Kabibi had quite the anger issues back in the day. And Putin saw this and said, both of you are out of the friend group, whilst both of us were the only non-white people part of it. Now, that story isn't too strong in calling him a racist. I mean, we did do something pretty bad, but still. Also, whenever we were having conversations with Putin, he'd casually mention, oh yeah, I got like 500 slaves back in my home country. They all look like Ihsan. By the way, you should totally visit it. Yeah, man, I don't think I will be visiting your home country. Alright, enough about Putin. Next is the crazy love story of one of my friends. This friend's name was, let's just say, Romeo. And he liked this girl who we'll call Juliet. Now, Juliet sat across from Romeo in music class. So Romeo had a bunch of opportunities to talk to her. This is a good time to mention that Romeo is kind of popular. Like, everyone knows him and everyone clowns him, but being the absolute GOAT that he is, he's totally chill with it. By the way, if you have a friend like that, please don't make fun of them. They need at least someone to support them. It does make a huge dent to their morale every single time someone clowns them, but they decide to hide it. Anyway, Romeo was also sitting next to a class clown who we'll call Eren Yeager. So somehow Eren finds out that Romeo likes Juliet and asks Juliet, yo, can Romeo have your number? To which Juliet flat out said, no. Okay, I'm sorry, wait.
Amazing!
Okay, so she said no, and my man was devastated. Everybody started making fun of him, including me. Look, okay, I was a different person at the time. Later on, Juliet asks out another guy who rejects her. Now, this guy goes up to Romeo, and I'm like nearby, so I try to listen in. Then he asks Romeo if he wants Juliet's number. And Romeo says yes. Okay, Romeo, you've got a direct path to victory. Now, what are we gonna say? We're cooked. Now, obviously, Juliet is rather terrified. I mean, it's not every day you get a mysterious text from a random number. So she asks one of her friends about it, and she tells her that it's Romeo. Immediately, the next day, the word gets out, and everyone clowns him so hard for like 2 months straight, including me, until I locked in and realized I'm a meanie 4 months later. To this day, it's one of the most craziest fumbles of all time. This next story is also pretty crazy and somewhat about love. So there was this one time where either one or two guys, I'm not really sure, I think it was 2 guys, but anyway, these 2 guys jumped over the fence of the school and ran away. And this was at break time, so everyone started forming a crowd after seeing what was happening, and my classmate pointed out where the guy was going over the fence. Like, bro, why you gotta rat my guy out? Anyway, unlike most people, I know why he did it, because I have connections to Gabriel. Basically, one of Gabriel's sister's friends rejected him after he confessed to her, so naturally, he tore apart her math folder, but then got caught and decided to jump the fence. I mean, love really does make you do anything, huh? I'm glad it didn't escalate into anything worse. It could have been much worse, but luckily, it was a nice, fun story. For my last story, we're reuniting with good old Romeo. So we were in maths, or math as you Americanos might say it, and we had a different teacher because our normal teacher was sick. Mind you, it wasn't some sub from another school, it was just another maths teacher at our school. Now during the lesson, Romeo was chilling and doing his work, and the people sitting next to him slowly began to steal his stuff, one by one, and send it down the road to the end. And eventually, all of his stuff was taken, and the teacher saw this, and then the teacher asked, "Why have you packed up? It's not the end of the lesson." And Romeo says, "I wonder why," while staring at the people next to him. Then the teacher asks again, and Romeo says they took his stuff. Instead of getting angry or asking for his stuff, the teacher says, "You don't need enemies with friends like this." Which honestly has to be the toughest line of 2026. To be honest, it was the funniest maths lesson I've ever had. My normal maths teacher is so angry. And I have a lot of stories about that. Speaking of stories, I've got plenty of other ones. But this video is long enough. If you want a part 2, get this video to 10 likes. Yeah, that's the standards around here. We've only got like 20 subscribers, so yeah. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. I really need it. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of August, so every subscriber counts. And with that, this has been Cinema Games Tales. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.